You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Hashtag no offense uses strong language and is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised. Hashtag no offense.
Okay, ready? You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Okay, ready? You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network. Hashtag no offense uses strong language and is intended for mature audience. Listener discretion is advised. Hashtag no offense.
It's got the cadence and everything.
That's pretty good. You read way better.
Boom, 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 boom.
That was
Goes a little
amazing.
bit longer than that, but I'm exhausted, so I can't.
That was a lot of energy.
That's good. I can dig it, man.
Yeah, so you in it now?
Yeah, I got all that. We'll use it for something.
If you don't know, he's a dick.
Fair enough.
Fuck off.
I've heard that a lot.
Do chess.
All the time.
Do-
What?
do
I thought you
chess.
called me dual chest. I'm like, you fuck off.
Dual chests. New nickname.
No.
Welcome back to the Hashtag No Offense Show. My name is Chris, joined with my lovely wife, the Duchess, and a special guest tonight all the way from the West Coast. We're joined by the Inner Circle's newest Death Squad member, Mykie T of Failing Hollwood. What's up, brother?
How's it going, man?
You know, sorry we're fucking late and shit. You know, we're being parents tonight.
Sometimes it
The
sucks.
good part about being in the West Coast is it's not late here.
Yeah. So you're going to gas us up, and we're going to do this shit, and we're going to push this into the wee hours, man.
Open our
Fuck yeah.
coquitos.
Can you do the
You want me
honors?
to do it?
Can
Oh,
you do
'cause
the
you-
honors, darling?
That's right. You can't fucking pour
I can't
shit.
do anything for shit.
No.
But you know what? Last week we were on the eggnog because it's December and we're getting festive and shit. And I don't know if you know this or not, Mikey, but I am the Lord of Christmas.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm all about the holidays.
Does that mean you're Santa?
No, I'm not
Well,
quite
kind of.
Santa. I am the Lord of Christmas. There's a little darkness to me.
Oh, okay. So you're like a cross between Krampus and Santa.
Yeah, with a little bit of Belschnickel sprinkled on top.
I get the whooping.
So we were drinking eggnog last week, and I believe it was Joe B told me that if we like eggnog, we would like coquitos.
I don't know if he meant coquito beer or like actual coquito.
He meant the actual thing, and then
Yeah.
just as you know, the Saturn Time Cube would have it, I was walking through the grocery store and I saw these Funky Buddha coquitos. So I figure we'll fucking try it and see how it goes.
I think
So that doesn't look eggnoggy.
No, it's a beer. It's a coquito.
It's a cream ale.
Cream ale, cocktail inspired. Holy shit! It's 11.5% alcohol.
we're getting fucked up.
Fucking
Because
A.
we old and
Yeah.
they take that much
Give it
anymore.
up.
Cheers.
Glad to be here with you, Mikey. Glad to have you, man. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get you on. You know, I like to have everybody
That
on,
is
and
strong.
is it? Oh, I can smell it. Holy shit! If something can smell creamy, it smells creamy.
It tastes like fucking straight whiskey.
So not eggnog.
Wow, yeah, that's a glass of whiskey. That is a pint glass of whiskey. Holy shit! We'll be sipping on this for the entire show. Oh,
I have to put some ice cubes in mine.
come on.
Boosha.
Let me pay some bills and get that business shit out of the way real quick, if you don't mind, sir. Hashtag No Offense Show is sponsored by Hemp Bombs, the official CBD of the Hashtag No Offense Show. Hemp Bombs are specifically formulated to provide consumers with a quality CBD product at an affordable price. The many benefits of Hemp Bombs include reduced anxiety, increased sense of relaxation, reductions of aches and pains, mood enhancement, and deeper, more restful sleep. Hemp Bombs come in a wide variety of different products, including oils, gummies, suckers, vapes, and even products for your pet. Use code HTNOS at hempbombs.com to save 20% on your entire order. That's HTNOS at hempbombs.com.
Thanks for the fortune cookies.
Yes, shout out to Hemp Bombs. We got a Christmas package in the mail the other
We should have
day.
kept our fortunes.
They sent CBD
We don't know if
fortune
they
cookies?
we don't know if they were CBD, but they were like the gourmet fortune cookies that are like
They were
dipped
nice.
in chocolate.
Yeah, they were nice.
And then they had like sprinkles and shit on them.
I think this one was yours.
Oh,
What's it say?
Here's the fortune I got. Right now there is so much possibility in the air. Breathe it in.
Breathe in that cloud.
I breathed in some positivity today.
I got, may your holiday season be wrapped with cheer and filled with celebration for the coming year.
That's just being with me.
I guess. We'll agree to disagree.
All right.
Now, shout out to Hemp Bombs. That was really cool. I wasn't expecting that, and it made my day. We are also sponsored by Onnit.com. Onnit is a health and fitness juggernaut that is dedicated to delivering complete and total human optimization through a wide variety of products and supplements. Onnit combines cutting-edge science, earth-grown nutrients, and time-tested strategies to help people reach their peak performance. Now, what that means is they've got vitamins to help your brain. They got vitamins to help your mood. They got mushrooms to help your stamina. They got fucking mushrooms to help your immune system.
They got mushrooms for weight loss.
They got mushrooms to help you open your third eye and travel to the cosmos. Everything. Visit onnit.com.
Protein powder.
Protein powder.
Yeah, they got it all, dog. They got it all. MCT oil. They got fucking avocado butter and shit. You know, like I'm up on LA shit, dude.
You like that in California, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you like.
Put avocado in everything.
Well, visit onnit.com/HTNOS where you can save 10% on your entire order. Give it a shot. Be a better version of yourself for the holidays and into 2020.
There you go. Oof. I cringe when I see you drink a trip. Ugh.
It's strong, but I like it.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
If it's a glass of whiskey, wouldn't it be more beneficial to have a glass of whiskey since it's way more alcoholic than the 11% you're drinking right there?
Yeah, but this is smoother, I think.
Oh, okay.
This is
by your facial reactions, it doesn't seem smoother.
Not for her.
That's me.
Yeah, not for her.
Well, I don't know how it can be smoother when it's got bubbles in it.
It does have.
Well, Duchess, are you a liquor person at all?
Just tequila.
Okay.
Just tequila.
I like gin too. Tequila and gin probably are my two favorites.
Oh, okay. I can get with that.
I put the gin in with those San Pellegrinos or whatever it is with some lime. It's really delicious.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll get on some Tito's.
Yeah, we were on some Tito's for the Slimmer Circle, but now that's over, so we're back on beer.
I got Whistle Pig straight rye whiskey here. This is Bill brings a bottle and he'll always leave it around in the studio, but I'm always too afraid to drink it because then if he shows up. But they drink my beer every single time they come in and hang out here, so I guess it shouldn't matter.
No.
That's the little pocket bottle even. Mm-hmm. Bill's like a fucking hobo.
Surprised it ain't a paper bag.
Yeah. Well, the studio is not bag friendly, I guess.
It's not bag friendly? What the fuck's that mean?
Well, actually, California ain't bag friendly. We're about reusables here.
Or straw friendly.
True, yeah, that's true. Mikey has a carry case. He's got a detachable straw. It's like a pool cue. He's got to take it out of the case, and he's got to screw it together when he goes to the restaurant.
Yeah, I have my own pack of straws. See, I got that shit in Arizona because I need my fucking straws.
Hey,
have you ever sucked out of one of the cardboard straws?
They suck. Yeah, they suck.
They get mushy.
Suck, dude, they deteriorate. Yeah, they get all mushy, and then if you don't finish it in time, like where it goes in the actual cup, it starts bending over and it gets all weird.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck those people. I'm all for being better for the climate or whatever the fuck it's done for, but you can find a better way to make a fucking straw.
Yeah.
Rant over.
If we're gonna save 3 turtles, fuck those turtles, right?
One fucking turtle ruins it for everybody.
That's right.
Mikey, you had a little bit of bad luck, man. Like kicking off the holiday season, man. What happened to you yesterday? You were all out of sorts. I thought you blocked my phone number.
Oh yeah, that's what happened recently. Okay.
That's what happened recently. What kind of dark cloud's been following you around, dude?
Riley.
Yeah, pretty much. Should I start with the first robbery or the most recent one?
Oh my god, there's more than one.
I only know about the most recent one.
No, the most recent. No, we got robbed by the police when we were in Tijuana.
Oh, that's right, because you called into the show that we were doing, and we thought you were getting shaken down by the federales.
What?
But that was actually the night prior.
No, that happened the night before. What you were hearing on the phone is because apparently when you park at like a Walmart there, they like have little parking tickets and charges. And the dumbass that I was with, my buddy we were visiting, he left his ticket somewhere. So we had to, like, a guy came up, the parking attendant was like, "Hey, do you have your ticket?" We're like, no, we lost it. And he's like, "Well, do you got any weed?"
What?
Like, no, we don't have any fucking weed. So, yeah.
Why do you need a ticket
so we had
a Walmart parking lot?
Right,
That's
you don't
bizarre.
even need pants.
Yeah, I guess they charge to park on Black Friday in the Walmart parking lots in Tijuana, Mexico. I don't fucking know. It's a weird city, dude.
Lawless.
But that's not the big part though, because we had just gone to the casino. We had just killed it on the craps table, me and Freddie, and we're riding back to my buddy's apartment. He lives on like a nice little beach town right outside of Tijuana.
Mm-hmm.
And on the drive back, a cop just pulled us over, and for no reason at all. He said we ran a stop sign, but we did not run that fucking stop sign. They saw we were white faces in the car, pulled us over, and pretty much was just like, all right, what do you got in your pocket?
Yeah.
And we're like, a little bit of I have $40 and maybe 100 pesos or whatever. And he's like, okay, that's not enough. We'll bring you to the ATM. And they let us go back to the car. Come to find out that Freddie left $150 cash in the door, and they had stolen that.
What?
Damn.
Yeah. He gets out all pissed off and starts like charging the cop car, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like the English speaking one already had left, so he doesn't know what he's saying, but Freddie's just like, yo, you took my $150. Yeah. So they can't understand a fucking word he's saying as he's like flailing around, and they're like, back up, like with their fucking M4s and whatever other guns that they have. And they're backing him up, and then he finally he's like, you stole my $150. You stole my $150. We're not giving any more to you. And like he calls up his buddy, and like 20 minutes later, he's like, okay, you go. So that's what happened in Mexico. That's where the dark cloud formed. We came back from the holidays after waiting 3 hours at the border crossing, because that border crossing sucks. We get back, and I start working. So before I go to work, I like to go to the gym and swim a half mile every morning. So that's like my work, the only workout that I like to do. I can't lift weights. I don't like the gym at all. While I was swimming for the 20 minutes that I was in there, somebody had broke into my locker, literally bent my locker lock, like twist the entire barb around.
Jesus.
Yeah, like the people who worked there were like, we've never seen this before. He did it to 3 lockers that were in there.
Wow.
And yeah, I was pissed off more at first because I thought he stole my whole pants.
Honey, where are my pants?
Because that's where like the phone and wallet were. So I'm just trying to wrap, like, I was like, okay, first of all, my wallet's gone. Second of all, my phone is gone. And my pants. Like, I'm 30 minutes away from my house. Is like, do I have to walk through the whole gym with no pants, out the door and into the car, and figure out where to go? I can't even buy new pants because in the store next door in the strip mall, because I don't have a fucking wallet.
Oh my god, dude! Do you go to the gym with like Lou Ferrigno? How the fuck did he bend the whole goddamn like lockout? Hulk
smash! I don't know.
Jesus.
I have no fucking clue, but he bent it and bent 3 other ones too, and I don't know how nobody fucking noticed because there was like 3 workers in there.
I would have took a picture of that fucking
anyways,
lock and sued the company for my shit back. Like, you're paying for my phone because you're locked it and to keep my shit safe.
I think it was an inside job.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I think your
bet you it was.
Your gym employees did it, dude.
Probably. They have all the signs everywhere that says we're not responsible for your stolen shit.
Yeah, because they're going to take it.
Yeah, we have the lock on though for a reason. So that all happened, and all my shit got stolen. But I tried to put in some good karma. So me and Riley were just in New Orleans, as you probably have heard.
Yeah.
So when we were in New Orleans, I think Riley had left early, like this night before, so he wasn't with us when we went out this last night. And me and my wife Jackie were walking down Bourbon Street, and we find a wallet just sitting on the ground. And I open it up. It has like $75 into it, a whole bunch of credit cards. The ID just so happens to be Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Like, ironically enough.
Well, LA's a big place. I mean,
yeah.
Was it close to you? Or
20 minutes. 20 minutes away.
What are the fucking odds in that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. So, and the fact that somebody that's honest picking it up, I scour the internet to find them. Of course, I pick up the one wallet of the one person who lives in LA that's not on social media and is unheard of and hard to find. So while I'm at the police station, I brought it back to LA with me because I couldn't find her. I called all the numbers, her bank and stuff like that. They wouldn't give me her phone number. So when I was at the police station making my police report, I was like, oh, I found a wallet on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. She lives here. And he's like, okay, we'll fill something out. We'll get it back to her. And I gave them. But luckily, I think last night after all that shit happened, it was like super shitty and I was super pissed off. And I was like, oh, the human race is fucking shit. Like, people suck. She actually called me and was like, oh my God, like, thank you so much that I got this back. Like, it means the world. Thank you so much. So I don't know. It made me feel a little bit better about the human race when that happened.
Yeah, I mean, like, no good deed goes unpunished, you know? Like, you bring it all the way back, you do the right thing, and then meanwhile someone takes your shit.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't matter at the end of the day. I can get new shit. It just took it. I was more pissed that it took out my entire work prep day because I'm trying to like gear up for this new show that I'm working on and get all the. I'm leading it on the prop end. We haven't said what I do yet.
We'll get there. I said where you were from. Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah, but I'm trying to. I was trying to work, so it just kind of took me out of my work for an entire day to try to go to the DMV and LA. That's no easy feat, and like having cards and like deal with all this shit, and especially with the live ID bullshit going on right now. That there's always a line out the door and shit like that. So
I bet there's a line out the door when I try to go here. So I can only imagine what it's like there.
Got to get you a fanny pack, Mikey.
Well, I can't swim with a fanny pack though.
Get a waterproof one. I'm sure they make them.
I mean, you could. You probably could. Who are you, Greg fucking Louganis? You got to watch your lap times?
Well, I mean, I wear my nice little Speedo jammers and I got swim cap and everything. Dude, I look fucking sexy. Swim.
I believe it. I'll take your word for it.
Just saying.
You how you doing, man? With holidays, you get all your shopping done already?
Yes, and by me getting my shopping done, I mean my wife is getting my shopping done for me. Correct.
Oh, nice. Well, mine did that too because we really only buy for our kids, and they're done. So, yeah, I got to run out. I got to run out tomorrow and try to throw something together for the Dutch. But yeah,
how difficult is it to shop for the kids? Like, I feel like I remember when I was a kid that like as long as I was opening something, I was always super pumped, no matter what it was.
You would think.
It gets harder every year, I think, because you get to the point where you don't want to buy them shit that just sits in a closet or a drawer. So we're more leaning towards experiences like the zoo passes, and then like
that's what I'm saying. Like the experience is way better.
We're going to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra on Sunday.
You want to try that again?
What?
Trans-Siberian?
Oh yeah, we're going to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra on Sunday. I think they get more out of that spending time than just getting something that's just going to sit in a fucking toy box.
You're bringing the kids to the orchestra?
Yeah, that's the only way we can do shit, man.
Man, is that the shit that they play for you? Like a lot of like advanced parents or whatever play for like the kids in the crib to like make
no. This is like the Christmas music, but it's like
Christmas rock music with like laser light shows and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. They play it on the radio and shit.
My kid wouldn't sit through the orchestra.
Yeah, bro. Do you honestly think I'm listening to fucking Mozart and shit, dog?
That too.
You think I'm getting down with Bach in them? Come on, man.
I didn't think you were down with like Alkaline Trio and Saves the Day and shit like that either, but dude, I get more surprised.
me and Mikey had one of those did we just become best friends moments like a couple of months ago. Like it was late and we were texting and stuff, and I said something about getting an Alkaline Trio tattoo, and he thought I was talking shit about him because he's got one.
Oh.
And I was like, no, like I legit wanted one, man. Yeah. And then we went on this whole fucking thing like, and you know them? Yeah. Well, do you know them? Fuck yeah. And it's like, did we just become best friends?
My brother's got one on his arm. I think it's the exact same one, just I think it's a different color. I think his is like brown or something or red.
He's got like flames and shit on it.
12 years ago.
That sounds about right.
Shit, it was even
more than that.
It was like fucking 98 or 99.
I think I heard. I think I went to the same tour you guys went on because I think on one of your episodes I heard you guys talking about going to see them with with like My Chemical Romance or Less Than Jake or something.
My Chemical Romance was in like 05 or 06
and Reggie
or
and
something.
the Full Effect was there.
Yeah, I was at that show, or I was at the Massachusetts one of that show.
Oh my god, that's cool.
Yep, that's one. We only saw them a couple times in Florida. That was one of the only times.
They're coming to Orlando in April.
Yeah, with Bad Fucking Religion. I'm like, let's go back to the 90s, man. No, I'm gonna try to make it out to that. Well, I mean, that would be a great late Christmas, early birthday present.
Yeah.
Hint. For what do you mean for who?
It's April. It's like way early for your birthday.
I mean now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, they played a couple years ago here in LA at a festival called the When We Were Young Festival, and they played with I think they played with Saves the Day, with the Get Up Kids, with Taking Back Sunday, with like the lineup was fucking ridiculous, and it was like bands came together that haven't been together for like I don't know, 10 years almost.
Those are all up our alley, man.
Hell yeah. My playlist on Spotify is all shit from like 20 years ago, and none of them are probably together anymore.
Probably not.
So, all right, if you're still in the market for some holiday shopping, did you see the Walmart sweater, Mikey?
Oh, Jesus.
That got pulled from their website?
What was on it?
It was a snowman doing blow.
No fucking way.
It was a snowman, and he had lines like made out on the table, and it just said, "Let it snow."
No, it fucking did not.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna fucking
And the
show
Santa
you.
looked like more like an abominable snow monster than a Santa.
An abominable what?
Abominable snow monster.
You got mush mouth tonight, girl.
Fuck you, Coquito.
Fucking Dungeons. You are the unsung hero of fucking hashtag no offense.
Unsung my
Holy
ass.
shit, I love
she's
so
the fucking
much.
sung praises. What do you mean
Whatever.
unsung? Unsung my ass.
Toby.
I mean, what's Chris Wutsky? I'm talking to both the Wutskis now. I got to actually differentiate them.
Hold on.
Mr. Christopher Wutz, you are great. She is amazing.
Oh, thanks, Mikey.
I love you both.
He's trying to pull up the...
Yeah, I'm trying to do my screen share shit.
Do you wear ugly Christmas sweaters ever?
Do I?
Yeah. Do you have an ugly Christmas sweater you wear?
I don't have any.
Dude, we watched this movie last night. It was called The Night Before, and it has like Seth Rogen in it.
Whoa.
And James Franco had a cameo of himself, and it was hilarious. And he had a big Jew sweater on. It was a Christmas sweater, but it had a big Jew star on it. It was so funny.
Why?
What?
It had Falcon in it. I don't know the guy's
Anthony
name.
Mackie in them.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Who was the other kid?
Dude, there's some Saturn Time Cube shit going on in the screen right now.
I'm trying to share my screen with you.
Echo,
I think
echo.
I did it wrong.
The other kid, I know it's not, but he looks like he could be like Shia LaBeouf's little brother.
It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Third Rock from the Sun. You used to watch that shit all the
that's
fucking
right.
time.
That's right.
Wait,
What did I do
Duchess,
wrong?
Yeah,
say Mr. LaBeouf's full name again.
Shia.
Mr. LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Fuck off, dude. Mr.
What is
fucking
it?
LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf?
Shia
No,
LaBeouf.
Shia
Oh,
is.
Shia.
I've heard anybody say Shia before though. Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Or Chia Pet.
Do you see that now, Mike?
Yeah, dude, that's a. Wait a minute.
Hold on. I'm gonna. It's like a little video. I'm gonna play it and see what it does.
So, this is a Walmart original.
It's no.
Yep.
I guess in Canada, Walmart it works like Amazon.
Whoa! Look at
See
that
that
fucking
shit?
face.
See that shit, dude?
That is creepy as fuck.
It looks like Walmart works like Amazon in Canada. Look, he's even got a straw in his fucking hand.
Yep.
So it's a third-party seller. Like somebody listed this on their site, and it's on Walmart.ca. And it's just fucking that snowman doing lines, and he looks excited too. Did you see his face?
Yeah, it's Christmas time.
He looks excited. He's like, "Merry fucking Christmas, y'all!"
No, that's exactly what it was intended to look like. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
flew-
Absolutely.
Dude, I would wear that shirt. I guarantee you that they would sell more of those
Look
than
at this
just
one.
another shit. What the fuck is that?
That's an alien with a dildo putting it up Santa's butthole.
Wait,
That's a
These
gross-
are Walmart ones too?
Yes, look at that shit.
Oh my god.
Look at that with the snowman and the balls, and that one it says it's
These
still
are-
on there with
these
Santa,
are-
Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the whip.
Oh, that one's not bad.
I look at that.
That one's
I,
hilarious.
Is there
I
a
want that.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
I don't understand why the sound's not playing though. That's,
Oh well, what are they gonna do? Play some stupid song?
yeah, it would have been jingly, jingle jangling.
Walmart. Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah, so
Is there like a third party site where you could still get these?
I'm sure you can. I'm like, if you Google probably snowman cocaine ugly sweater or something, I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm sure you can.
since this all shit came out, it's gonna be sold out. You can't get that shit.
I mean, I want the whole fucking catalog though. I don't like that was some pretty good. As you started flipping through, there's like Santa about to get it on or getting a spanking or some shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
Mrs. Claus had the
Santa's
whips.
been naughty.
Santa's been naughty. What about the alien with the fucking anal probe going into Santa's butthole?
I'm sure there's been other things in his butthole.
Why? Why are you sure about that?
He slides
Go
down
back.
chimneys all the time. I'm sure he's landed on a few things.
Wow.
Stay woke.
Oh. keep blowing my mind, dude.
That's what I'm
sounds like
here
a
for.
movie in a joke story. Yeah.
And then when we put her on the spot, she's like,
I
I'm
was
not
terrible.
creative.
I'm not creative
I
like
can't
that.
do it. I'm not creative.
Well, I don't
No,
sound
that was pretty creative.
Did you see that Peloton commercial with the Christmas
Yeah.
gift? What'd you think
I
about
would love
that?
one of those.
I didn't find anything wrong with it. Everyone's like,
either.
"Oh, there's so much flack on this fucking commercial," and then I watched it. I was like, "Okay, let's see what this abused woman's all about." And I watched it. I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with the damn commercial?"
She's a bitch trying to better herself.
Well, I thought
Thank you.
I immediately,
If I got a Peloton, I'd be like, fucking thank
like-
you.
I immediately thought of you, and I was like, she probably fucking wants one.
I do.
Like, if I got
They're
that, I
like,
would be hero.
It's like he bought an exercise bike for his already beautiful wife, and she just keeps doing on it to try to better herself, but she's already fucking beautiful. What's wrong with her wanting to stay healthy?
Right.
I don't get it.
She was beautiful.
I know. It's so beautiful that Ryan Reynolds asked her to be in his gin commercial because, he's got a gin called Aviator.
I did not know that. Why would I know that? I didn't know
Because it's Deadpool.
that. Yeah.
I follow him on Instagram.
I saw
him
it.
on the gram.
I saw that.
She's fucking hot. But it's like getting pot and pans for Christmas. Like, I ask for stuff around the house all the time because I'm not a girly girl, so I don't do a lot of like girly stuff. I don't need a lot of girly stuff. So I'm always like, I need new pots and pans. I asked for a fucking toolbox this year, and I got like
I ain't getting it.
I was like, I need a new toolbox.
ain't getting it.
I always ask for stuff that's like around the house because it's stuff that's kind of expensive that I really don't want to go get myself, but I need. So I'm just like, oh, for Christmas.
Well, if you
My birthday.
if you do happen to get your spouse a fitness related gift for Christmas, don't get a Fitbit if you're unfaithful. I read a story about a broad that found out her boyfriend was cheating on her because of the Fitbit that she bought him.
How does that happen?
Like how?
You can't
Because
get text through it?
They linked it together
Okay.
for the app so they can like, how when you got a Fitbit, you like cheer each other and you're like, oh, you walked fucking 20,000 steps today. Good for you, babe.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they didn't live together and he wasn't home one night and he had a sudden heart rate spike about 4 a.m., but it only lasted for a couple of minutes.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Minutes.
and she
She's
was like,
lucky.
how dare you?
It only lasts a couple of minutes.
How dare
Just a
you?
bigger problem.
This one over here. You keep talking shit like that and I'm going to do my Christmas shopping for you on Wish.
Oh, man.
Now,
Hey, they sell sex toys on Wish
you last more than a couple minutes, Chris?
Maybe.
on a good day.
Maybe.
If you don't drink this whole thing of whiskey over here, maybe. I heard whiskey dick's the worst dick to have.
Well, you probably would last an hour if you have whiskey dick at that case.
Because there's nothing there.
Yeah, straight pushing rope.
It's like a marshmallow going into a keyhole.
You're giving yourself a lot of credit there, babe.
I have pushed out 2 children.
Fucking keyhole my ass.
All right. I don't look down there, so I don't know.
I mean, I don't like wearing a watch during sex, so I don't think I would keep the Fitbit on.
Yeah, I don't know why
Anyway.
he's wearing it.
I used to wear it all the time because it tracked how I slept. And
Maybe he was jerking off, though.
I mean, maybe, but I
Can
think
you jerk off in 2 minutes?
I think he confessed that he was fucking
well,
someone
that's-
else.
Well, you know what? To be
And this
honest,
bitch was hot too. She was an
Listen.
NFL sideline reporter.
I feel like if you don't live together,
Yes.
you're really not together anyway.
Wait, say that again for all the feminists out there. If you don't live together, you ain't together. Is that what you just said, Duchess?
You ain't together,
Is that what you just
together?
screaming out from your fucking ivory tower? If you
Yeah.
don't live together, you ain't
Maybe,
together.
maybe he didn't know that she was serious, and maybe he was just getting some.
Yeah,
Maybe they didn't have that conversation.
I'm with you on that one. If you're not, I mean, once you live together, that's when the relationship officially gets
There you
better.
go. Serious.
Is that why you moved in with me after 3 months?
No, I had nowhere
Yeah,
to
it's when it
go.
She said I was homeless.
My mom said, if you don't like it here, leave. And I said, ring, ring. I said, ring, ring, I'm moving in.
That is true. That's how that went down.
But, I mean, girls like to assume things a lot. So I feel like maybe she thought that their relationship was more than it was.
She was an NFL sideline reporter, and
So
she was
what?
fucking hot.
There's always a
Well, that's
dude-
why it lasted 2 minutes.
That's that could be too.
And then he takes a sip. You're like Kermit Frog with that tea, dude. He says something, and he's just like,
And,
It's a vanilla latte. Okay, this is California. Come on.
and no matter how hot a bitch is, there's always some dude that got tired of fucking her.
I don't buy that, dude. I'm not tired of fucking anyone.
Well, thanks. I guess I'm anyone.
I don't buy that shit, dude.
I do.
Well, fuck off, dude. You're getting a lump of goddamn coal. I don't even gotta go shopping for you tomorrow.
Good. I could put it in the fire pit that I hope you get me.
I ain't getting you nothing.
God damn it.
Nothing. Nothing.
Don't get me this again.
I'm good. I'll drink it. I'm almost done with it.
All right. Well, on our break, I'll get something else.
I'm going on Wish, and I'm gonna start finding you something there.
like the fucking like mouth exercisers. Have you seen those things? You put the mouthpiece and it looks like a propeller in a plane, and you just go like this.
Who does that?
Flaps.
What do you mean?
It's supposed to like strengthen your jaw muscles for whatever reason.
Yeah, for whatever reason, in quotes.
I think it's supposed to like.
This Wish is so fucking crazy. I don't like. It started requests like, "Hey, do you like this underwear that has like a huge dong pouch?"
That's you from now on. Your dong pouch.
What was I searching that makes you think that this is like in my field name?
Fucking shout out to the dong pouch and them.
If you guys want a good dong pouch, go on Wish and use promo code #NoOffense. You get only the best.
Nah, if you're looking for dong pouches, use code word plunge on Adam and Eve. I'm sure they got dong pouches for you.
That is true. 50% off any
10
item.
free items.
10 free items.
Yep.
Hey, that's a throwback for us. We used to be Adam and
I
Eve.
know.
No, it's all plunge, baby. But if you are getting her gifts from Wish, you should have done it like 3 months ago because that shit ain't coming in by Christmas.
That's true. I've only ordered from Wish one time, and I got some iPhone chargers for like Korea or something, and they were only $1, and they were 20-foot cords, and I was like, this is awesome. I could sit and I could be all the way, like, plugged it in across the fucking room and be all the way in bed and shit, just dicking around on my phone. That thing worked for about 4 minutes.
You also got metal straws
I did get metal straws.
for $1.
I think 2 Rings took them, though. Shout out to 2 Rings.
2 rings.
You can see our table here. Pretty much most of the stickers are from Wish. We also got this like weird bottle cap gun thing that you
those
pop
are
it,
cool.
and you can shoot. I'll be scrolling through, and I just will buy a bunch of shit that I don't need
Yeah, I
because
had
it's 25 cents.
I had to delete the app.
When I'm just scrolling through Facebook, my Wish targeted ads are for shit like metal face masks with sharpened teeth and like fucking little like rubber like wannabe like the insides of a fleshlight. They're like little rubber tubes and shit. You ever see that, Mikey?
I mean, I've
They're
gotten
called
suggested
sleeves.
to be like a fleshlight before on there, but maybe not what you're talking about.
It was used.
Well, you know how Wish is, dude. You get it and the shit's all fucking like ribbed and rigid and shit. It doesn't look like the fucking picture.
Never does. That's why it's cheap.
That's why it's cheap. Mikey,
I mean, would you still fuck?
Well, I would fuck anything.
Oh, thanks. I guess I'm anything and anybody. All right.
Woo!
Awesome.
All I want for Christmas.
Is anything or anybody?
All I want for Christmas is a little wet wee wee.
Oh my God. Well, you got the little right.
I will. Ooh, you're gonna fucking get it.
Shots fired.
Go
Boom,
fucking
boom, boom,
get it.
boom, boom. That's a bomb, bitch.
Mikey, are you ready to talk about some fucked up shit with us?
The Florida man story.
I'm watching the confusion just wash over him, and I'm enjoying it. Yes, let's take it to fucking Florida, guys.
Woo, doggy. Hey, Beatrice.
Yeah.
Get your ass in here. These no offense boys about to do welcome to Florida again.
Let me grab the natty.
Oh, shit, and I thought my family was fucked up.
So every week, our What the Fuck Florida stories are sponsored by Ohfishl Clothing. Check out ohfishl.com, that's OHFISHL, and use code word HTNOS or Hollywood, is it? To save 25% off your beautiful order of handcrafted t-shirts, hats, and jewelry made by the homie Casual himself. Ohfishl Clothing, Duchess.
Live by your own rules.
And it's good fucking high quality.
First off, I know you probably saw this one, Mikey, because this was a national-ish story. Did you see in Miami the banana that was duct taped to the wall that sold for $120,000?
What? Is it supposed to be art?
Yeah, and the dude ate it.
Yes. Yeah. Your face. You didn't see the...
No.
Oh, yes. The stories develop over...
Was it a Banksy?
Banksy. What is Banksy?
No, what?
Right. Thank you.
What is Banksy?
Seriously?
Yeah, what is Banksy? Should I know that?
He's like the most famous street artist in the fucking world. He's the guy that does like all like they're kind of like stencil arts. He has that one of like the dude with the balloon things flying away and I don't.
Who, Pennywise?
You have
No, I think there was
Look
a
it up.
movie about it too.
I'll look it
his-
up, but hey, don't look at me all cross-eyed like I should fucking know a street artist, dude. I don't know basic shit, let alone fucking obscure shit like street art. I don't know nothing.
All right, continue.
What do I know? What
his
do I
work
know?
sells for like $1 million.
Yup.
Well, good for him.
He's the guy. He had the piece of art that like he had like the showing and a sold, and somebody bought it for like $5 million. And the minute they said sold to the person and they paid, he had like a rig that it went up in flames and it burnt the whole thing.
Shut up. What a dickhead. Why would he do that?
It's funny.
That's fucked up, dude. Why would he do that?
You got $5 million to spend on painting. You can help feed some children, bitch.
Dude,
Yeah.
I could see, like, if this shit takes off, like, I could see Adam Simmons sitting at a fucking art show with a goddamn paddle and, you know, all dressed up like fucking, like, Gomez Adams and shit.
Adams.
Fucking hair slicked to the side and a little Hitler mustache. Yeah, fucking in a suit, pinstripe suit, holding shit up, buying art. I could see that. That's the kind of guy that would buy something like that.
Banksy.
But this one is it was entitled The Comedian, which I didn't get. It says the artwork comprised a banana bought in a Miami grocery store and a single piece of duct tape. The gallery behind the sale, Gallery Periton, said that there were 3 editions and that 2 had already sold for around $120,000 each. That's fucked up for a banana.
What was the duct tape to?
The wall. Like, banana, duct tape.
Was it a
$120K?
wall?
It's a fucking wall. What does the goddamn material make?
No, because how do they take it home with them? They take the duct tape off the banana? That kills the art.
Oh, well,
did they cut the wall?
Hold on. It says
That's what you're worried about?
Organizers had previously confirmed that the banana can be replaced if needed, as the artist's instructions for the work are intentionally imprecise, and that the artist did not provide potential buyers with instructions on what to do when the artwork starts to decompose.
Did you guys ever watch It's Always Sunny?
I never have.
But I heard
amazing. We're supposed to. Yeah, I heard we're supposed to do that. Add it to the fucking list of shit we've never watched.
There's a really funny scene that Danny DeVito, he comes in like disguised as like an art collector, and his name is I'm Nemo Kablogian, famous art collector. He walks in and there's like an air conditioning unit on the ground. He goes, "Oh my god, it's fucking beautiful. What do you call this?" It's the air conditioner. I must have it. Very similar to the story.
Well, you know what? Have you ever been to that LA County thing where they got like the fucking plexiglass box that's empty, and they're like, "This is art, and it's up to you to decide what the art is. You can fill the box with whatever you want, and that's up to you."
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't usually go to that bullshit.
Good call.
Nothing more I want to do than waste my day going to something like that.
Hey, well, hats off to you, sir. It didn't come to that, though, because a performance artist ate the banana right off the wall, like Mikey said, at the Art Basel Gallery in Miami Beach. He said his actions weren't vandalism, and he doesn't regret his snack.
He's just hungry.
Yeah.
It was called The Comedian, and you don't understand the reference between the banana?
Well, the guy that ate it was, he was like Russian.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to do my best Russian accent and read his,
here we go.
Read his shit. It says,
Here we go.
I decided in the morning, but I was not too hungry. So I spent another 2 hours at the Basil and I eat it. That's what he says. Performance artist David Datuna, who was born in Georgia of the former Soviet Republic, told reporters. Datuna joined the crowd taking selfies with the banana on Saturday and then pulled off the tape, ate the banana in a video that was widely shared on social media. First of all, I very respect the artist. For me, he is one of top artists in the world.
He's probably the fucking artist. That's why he felt it was okay to eat the banana.
No, I don't think he did. I don't think he was.
Why?
Wait, but the guy who ate it was the dude who bought it, correct?
No.
Nope.
No.
That's why I think
Absolutely
maybe
not.
that dude's the artist. Because why would he think it's okay? Because
he do what he want.
Well,
I see what I want, I take.
Well, somebody's got to chase after him for the $120,000.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. And I think this is first one in art history when artists eat concept for another artist.
Stupid.
He says he's an artist. People ask me, you eat banana? Physically banana, but banana just tool. Is concept, so I eat it, is art.
Okay. Now tell me how you don't understand what the banana reference is for comedic purposes.
Dick?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The oldest, like...
Slipping on a banana peel?
Yes! That's like the oldest comedy ever. It's like where it all started.
That's where it all started?
Laurel and Hardy, bitch.
Oh, they were the birth of comedy. In 1910 or 1920.
That's as far as I go back, so...
Big Reddit reference, too.
It says he calls his performance the hungry artist because he was hungry and I just eat it.
Ugh.
Representatives of the Art Basel were not immediately available to comment on the identity of the buyer was never disclosed at the gallery or by the gallery.
Well, they could just get a different banana.
Yeah, I don't think it's too hard to recreate that.
Right.
For 6 fucking figures.
Well, better have used Gorilla Duct Tape.
Why? Sponsor?
So it'll stay.
Is that sponsor?
What? No.
Gorilla Dick?
No.
Right here in our backyard in the Bay in Clearwater, a Florida woman was charged with using a Christmas tree to attack her boyfriend, Mikey.
Damn.
'Tis the season.
Did she come at him like one of those medieval like jousters or something?
I wish, dude. I wish that's what happened.
I wonder how big the
It's
tree
all
was.
decorated and shit.
Yeah, just like we recently talked about this. It's like Friday After Next, dude. The guy came through the window and Ice Cube beat the fuck out of him with a Christmas tree. A Florida mom reportedly beat her boyfriend with an artificial Christmas tree after she flew into a rage because her beau turned the volume on the television too high while she was sleeping.
Oh, goodness.
Yep, sounds reasonable.
Crystal Graham, 38, was busted and charged with domestic battery in connection with last Thursday's attack in her Clearwater home. Authorities who were called to the home around 7 a.m. forced their way in and found Graham and her boyfriend in the midst of a brawl. Graham was arrested, and after she was read her Miranda rights, she admitted that the couple got into an argument over the TV volume being too loud, and that she, quote, squared up with the victim and was screaming in his face. That's when Graham says she took apart the fake tree and threw 3 sections at her boyfriend, with whom she has been in a relationship for 8 years. So that bitch wasn't even real, because that's what I was thinking of. I was like, do you remember, obviously you do, when we were in Chicago and we went to the Christmas tree farm and I cut down that tree with my fucking 2 bare hands like Chevy Chase and shit?
Yeah.
I went home with so many scratches just from incidental contact on that shit.
Yeah, I had to wear mechanics gloves to decorate it because the needles were so sharp.
When I first saw this, before I heard it was fake, I was like, they both were probably fucked, man. Like, that thing probably fucked the both of them up.
Logan used to like those punching balloons, the one that's on the string, like you get for $1 at the grocery store. He popped so many bitches on that tree, he would get so sad. Because he'd be like, pop, 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 and then it hit the tree. I'm like, I fucking told you, stay from the tree,
Stay out of the living room, dumbass.
Pretty much.
At first I was like, man, what other drugs is she juicing up on if she could like attack him with a fucking tree?
Yeah.
It almost sounds counterintuitive.
But then she pulled it apart in 3 sections, and I was like, man, you cheated.
I would have calmed down after pulling off the first section, because that's just hard, especially if it's a tall tree. I would have been out of breath and sitting down.
You couldn't even get to the top section.
She couldn't even hear the TV.
Boyfriend had scratches and abrasions on his face, neck, and stomach, investigators say, and at the time of the attack, Graham's children, ages 8 and 2, were present. Graham and her boyfriend share a child together. The mother was charged with domestic battery and booked into Pinellas County Jail and later released on her own recognizance. Hold on. Hold on. This says they were in a relationship for 8 years. There were 2 kids that were 8 and 2. Which one is theirs?
Right.
The 8-year-old, or did she fuck around and have a 2-year-old?
Either or, I guess.
Or did she? Yeah, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay, but just don't turn up the volume on the TV.
You better watch yourself. You better watch yourself.
You're deaf anyway.
I always crank the TV. I'm waiting for the fucking tree to come flying at my ass.
True.
Fitting enough, Michael, we're in Hollywood, Florida, where a Florida woman steals a Christmas wreath at gunpoint.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Did it have meth in it?
It didn't.
Oh. Well, it's Florida, so it's a valid question.
I'm sorry about this, yeah.
A man in South Florida has described fearing for his family when a woman he didn't know came up to his doorstep in the early hours of the morning, shouted expletives, and then returned with a firearm that she pointed at him as she robbed him of his Christmas wreath.
That's sad.
Surveillance footage of the incident around 2 a.m. on Tuesday in Hollywood, Florida shows the woman ringing the doorbell before starting to shout at the occupants inside. And as fate would have it, I just so happen to have that ring video.
Sweet.
Oh, yes. I need to see that.
So
let's wait 10 minutes so he'll figure out how to share this
can
screen.
go fuck yourself if you want to.
Again.
If you want to, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. Belligerent woman.
Yeah, you're going to be on there. You're going to be on there next
Points.
week. Yeah.
All right, I'll let you have that one.
I got ring 2, but the most action I ever see on that is my naked roommate walking in the fucking backyard from my.
Shout out to Freddie.
Oh, it's nasty.
He can't keep his fucking clothes on.
Is that why he's the paranormal fuckboy?
I mean, he's some sort of fuckboy.
Some sort.
I mean, I don't know what he's doing right now.
He could fuck off.
Oh yeah, I mean, she looks like a meth whore.
Look, yeah, just
Her
look
tank
at
top.
Yeah, just look at that. She is in pink stretchy pants with a white leopard.
That's a zebra print, dummy.
Zebra, whatever, dog.
She even got a necklace on. Who wears a necklace with a tank top?
She does.
Nasty.
The Florida man says that he's lucky to be alive after a woman tries breaking into his home at one point with a gun and steals Christmas decorations. This is a real-life Grinch right here. This happened in Hollywood. A woman is seen on a doorbell camera right in the middle of the night, aggressively ringing the doorbell. So seconds later, you can see she's ranting. At one point, she leaves, and then she shows up with a gun.
I said, why is she ringing the door?
I ran to the phone and called the cops, and I ran and grabbed my gun. She started breaking.
Look at her kicking she's punting the fucking spotlights and shit.
The gate, then went into the back and just ripped havoc there. And I got kids in the house. I got my wife. I got myself.
Look at that nerd wearing a fucking Ferrari polo.
Card, and that's why she was at the home. But the homeowner says that's not true. So you can see that she took off with the
definitely a manufactured home of some sort.
It didn't end there.
Yeah, look in the distance.
Night, brought the wreath back and then stole lights the second time. She's now wanted by police.
Did they say that she thought he stole her credit card?
Yes, and there's no explanation of like the context there, like why he would have her credit card or anything like that. But I mean, like she looks like a lady of the night. I didn't know they take credit cards. Maybe they got like those little square things now. Yeah,
that would work.
You just swipe your fucking card at the square.
I'm
sure this is Hollywood, Florida.
Yes.
So is that known to be kind of that's near West Palm Beach, right?
I think it's on the other side of the state.
I don't know where
I think Hollywood's on the west side.
I know it's 4 hours away because UFC came there one year. And we're like, that's kind of far.
Yeah, we were going to go down there. It's down south.
Yeah.
I mean, the state's not that big across.
That's true. I need a break.
Let's take a break.
Get a drink.
You need to take a break? You need to take a legit break?
Yeah, so
okay.
I don't...
Okay, no.
Because I don't want to drink this.
Yeah, no, do your thing.
I'll be back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hi, fuckers. I'm Jason Alme.
And I'm Christina Alme, and we're the hosts of Shit Happens When You Party Naked.
You should listen to our podcast if you like interviews with fascinating and insightful guests.
What recovery has done in my life, I shouldn't be alive right now, first off. So I'm already blessed just by my heart beating every day.
Or even silly and profane guests.
Remember that time I was 14 and I was sucking dick?
Or extreme profanity. But you were saying for a second. I was like, oh my God, your mom is right there. I didn't say in front of your mom. I mean, I know we've dropped the F-bomb in front of your mom a whole bunch, but we should not say the word in front of Joanne. Please, don't say in front of Joanne.
Or explicit tales of fuckery.
There's my buddy Chris standing in the aisle, pissing on the floor, pretending to be looking at an ironing board. Or shitty Samuel L. Jackson impressions.
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Say what again? I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. Bro. You promised to stop making me do the Sam Jackson impression, you fucker.
Search for Shit Happens When You Party Naked on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Overcast, Soundcast, Undercast, Sound Pocket, and Pocket Sound.
I double dare you, motherfucker.
What's up? This is DJ Sentry.
And this is the homie Casual.
We're the hosts of the Hood Diner Podcast.
And you are now tuned into hashtag No Offense Show, HTNOS, Big Chris, Lunchbox Motherfucker, The Duchess. What's up, Dutchie?
Are the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
That's right, baby. Check us out. Peace.
Order up. Order up.
You ready, darling?
Always.
I was talking to Mikey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Welcome back. We're here coming in hot from break. Sitting here with Mykie T from Failing Hollwood. Mikey, why don't you go ahead and, I think we've explained your show a few times, but for those who may have not have heard that, why don't you tell us a little bit about Failing Hollwood and what you guys are about?
Sure. Failing Hollwood is this show that I do with my two best friends, Bill and Freddie. That's One Arm Ninja and Paranormal Fuckboy. Listen to the show if you want those explanations. They're too long to explain right now. But anyways, and we also have producer Nick. I can't forget about producer Nick.
That is the unsung. Producer Nick is the unfucking sung hero.
Yeah, it's a little different from all the other portions of the Inner Circle because everybody, most of the time, the host ends up doing like everything and doing the thing. I write the show and do all that shit. but Nick does everything technical. He's the person that there. So when I'm like, all right, I have a show to do, he's like, all right, sure, it's good. I upload it, but that's about it. So I don't know any technical shit. Fucking beast at what he does. But we all work in the film industry. Most of us do like prop work and work with the actors with the props and stuff like that. And Nick does sound, which is why he's our producer.
That's fucking dope. That's dope to have in house, man. That you got a guy like that with the knowledge to make you sound good. And then he's like, yeah, and on top of it all, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put in some work for you. You know, guys working on high profile movie trailers and shit, and then he's like, "Yeah, and I'll also work on your podcast too."
Yeah, he helped out on like It 2, like Lion King, like a whole bunch of like big famous trailers that he did the sound editing for. So it's cool with that. But I think I came in with an idea to do a podcast, and then like I was asking Freddie if he wanted to do it, and then him and Freddie were talking, and like I didn't even want to ask him because I didn't want to insult him by like asking him to do his job for free.
Well, yeah, and I heard that the lore behind your show is that you went out to visit your brother for Christmas, which I remember that episode when you were on the plunge, and you came home with a feeling in your heart and your head that you could do what he does, only better. Is that would you say that's accurate?
I mean, I've never used those words, but sure.
Because that's what I heard. I heard that you were like, if fucking Riley can do it, I can do it.
Well, yeah, I didn't think, honestly, before I started listening to his show, I didn't think Riley had a creative bone in his body. It's the last person I thought would be starting a podcast and doing an entertainment thing.
He's come a long way over the course of the last year, both with the show and as a host. I mean, we all push each other, you know, and that's kind of the beauty of our group,
our circle.
One thing I wanted to ask you is where does the fail come into it? Because I understand like you guys are all in Hollywood and you guys are all, you know, working in your own individual facets of that industry, but where's the fail come in? You guys fuck up a lot?
Yeah, a lot. So Hollywood, if you don't know, is a fake it till you make it kind of place.
I'm with that.
In doing that, shit goes wrong all the fucking time. You get yelled at, like shit. Like, I don't know. I've seen stunts go wrong. I've seen stuff go wrong. So almost every single set that we work on, shit's going wrong left and right and like laughable. Like the better part about a movie is the shit that you see behind the camera. It's not the actual movie. So the podcast started because we wanted to basically express those stories because our list of stuff we haven't even probably brushed the surface of it. I think we've only told maybe half those stories.
But well, you're young yet. You got time. You got nothing but time.
Yeah, we're approaching episode 30, which you'll hear a shroom story, which will be amazing. But anyways, the fail came out of that because the podcast was like, let's tell our fail stories. Let's do that. And Failing Hollwood was like a best name. It was like the best name we could think of out of like 200 different naming ideas and everything like that. So that's primarily how the fail came in.
I've always wondered about that because when you guys talk and you have a wide variety of guests too. I mean, some of my favorite shows, and I mean, like, it's kind of ironic to say this because we have a guest on right now, but some of my favorite shows of, our friends' shows are the ones where it's just the original hosts. You know, like I love listening to Hood Diner when it's just Kaz and Century. I love listening to. I actually like listening to The Plunge when it's just Hunter and Riley. You know, as fucked up as that sounds, because like I talk to Riley so much, I want to bang my head against the goddamn wall sometimes. I like those episodes. I like the hosts, but you guys have a wide variety of guests as well, and I never hear like the blooper stories or the fucked up stories. So I was like, I always wondered about the fail part.
Yeah, so that's the big thing with the guests, especially, is because it's like, oh, we have a billion of these stories. Any person that we're going to bring into, so we have two reasons behind the guests. Is we always bring in interesting people in all facets of the film industry, like people that you're not going to think of. I think in a couple weeks we have Michael Bay's helicopter pilot. He was like the helicopter pilot in like Bad Boys, like doing all the stunts and that type of shit, and he does like the camera work. So we're interviewing that guy, and he's going to tell us his story from like perspective I don't fucking know. He fucking is up in a helicopter mode.
Maybe that's the guy that blew up the fucking freeway by your mom's house.
Maybe.
They shot Transformers alongside her mom's house, and there was a stretch of road that they blew up, and the state of Indiana was like, fuck it, we're just not going to fix it.
Pretty much.
So like that like the way that I used to go, like when I used to go visit her when we were dating and kids and shit, like you can't get off on that exit anymore because Transformers 2 happened. And I'm like,
right.
Fucking Michael Bay. We came back from Florida one year, and I'm like, why can't I go that way anymore? Oh, fucking Michael Bay. Fucking Transformers.
Was my brother the one that told us about that?
Yeah, because when we got there, I was like, what happened to the goddamn expressway? And they're like, oh, Transformers. Indiana took the money and ran.
That's hilarious.
It was everything up.
Well, you had a did you have a big guest on your show, the last one, right?
We just had Ron Jeremy on the show.
I was going to say, big to say the least.
Dude, the biggest question I've been getting from that, even with like the Kyrie questions and everything, like I think 8 different people asked me, "Oh, did you see it?"
Did you?
Motherfucker, in what situation would I want to see it or have him pull it out in my fucking house? I ain't putting myself in that situation.
You know what? I was I want to say I was disappointed because it was a good show. And I mean, like you told me some of the behind the scenes challenges that, you faced, having Ron in your house.
To get here. That's for sure.
I was a fan of Ron Jeremy. Do you remember the show Surreal Life?
I've heard of it.
It was like The Real World, but it was with like C-list actors. So it was Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
It was fucking Vern Troyer. It was Vanilla Ice. It was some chick from The Real World. Like it was all these fucking what's his name? Chips. What the Ponch? What the fuck is Ponch's name?
Lopez?
No, not Mario Lopez. Fuck off. What is Eric Estrada?
Oh, yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Dude, they were all in the house. I became a fucking fan of Ron Jeremy on that show, dude. I could not stop watching that show, man. Vanilla Ice was fucking so cool. Like, that was his resurgence. After doing that show, he came back and had, like, the fucking Fixer Upper show on
Amish country or whatever.
All that shit, dude. Like, I loved it, man. And I became a fan of Ron on that show. And I was hoping you guys would bring it up. But I'm like, it's kind of obscure. I don't know if anybody but me watched it.
That was from a long time ago, babe.
We didn't even brush the surface of stuff we could have brought up with him. But, I mean, here's the thing. He can go and go and go, which is a big problem with a lot of guests sometimes.
Not with his career.
Yeah, I was going to say it probably helps him in his line of work.
Screen, yeah.
No, so, I mean, it was cool, but he was like, he's out of it a lot. So getting him to come up here was like, I had to pick him up and making sure he actually, and we had an attempt before this that kind of failed. He ended up passing out in his doorway. So
in his doorway.
Yeah, so he didn't make it that time.
Just from life?
Just from life.
Yeah, it was weird because like he's hard to talk to. He doesn't really he doesn't seem all with it. But then the minute he sat on the podcast chair, I was like, "Fuck, this is gonna be a shit episode." And then I went through and I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And then he was like right with it, answering. Once it was like about him and talking about his life, he was just like, "Bada bada 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 boner," like.
No matter what would have happened, like even if that was a complete train wreck, you would have been okay. Mm-hmm. Like, because people are going to want to hear that train wreck,
Yeah.
And that's one of the cooler things too about your line of work, that you have access to some of those people and that you can bring them on. I mean, like my first experience with your show is when you had the girl from Glow on, and Dutch and I were big fans of that show. We watched the first couple of seasons, and when I saw that, I was like, Riley, your fucking brother talks to people like that, and then like I was like, holy shit, let me check this out.
That was a favor almost. Yeah, that's Britt Barron, by the way. She plays Justine, Mark Maron's dog.
Super crush on her, dude. She was a cutie fucking pie, dude.
Dude, trust me. That was a big thing about it. Like, I worked with her twice. Like she was. I worked on season 3 of the show, and I'm about to work on the last season, final season 4. But. I watched the show before I was on the show, and she was like the one character. I was like, oh my god, like she's fucking gorgeous.
Yes.
And I like read the first few scripts of season 3, and she wasn't in it. And I was like talking to my boss. I was like, hey, where's Justine? She's like, oh, she's not going to be in the season. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And halfway through, she showed up in a script, and I was like, yes. So coming on, like I was a little bit. I wasn't like woeing up to her and be like, hey, how's it going? I was a little bit intimidated, but we got to know each other good on the show, but through passing. But then Bill and I worked on this independent movie not too long ago after that season had ended. Mm-hmm. And she's one of the main characters on it. In this movie, I was like a lead, like department head.
A little bit easier to broach the subject.
Yeah, I have to. I have to talk to her. I have to work with her. I have to like show her how to use stuff and all that stuff like that. So like I got to know her really well. And then like she'd start sitting down with us at lunch and hanging out. And we were talking about the podcast or whatever, like one day with just me and Bill. And she's just like, well, can I come on? And we're like,
oh, she asked you? Even better.
Right.
We're like, Yeah. Or what are you doing this weekend? Glow releases this week. It's like perfect.
Perfect timing,
and, yeah. So she came on and we had a good time, but we've started getting better at like approaching people and getting a little bit higher profile people in, you know what I mean?
Fucking Ron Jeremy, dude. That's awesome.
he was rather easy to get on, actually. He was one of our easier guests.
He was just sitting out in front of the Comedy Store drinking a fucking beer, and I was
dick
like,
out.
Hey, dick in one hand and a fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon in the other, and you were like, hey, want to come over to my house and talk some shit?
No, here was the conditions for Ron Jeremy. We had to pick him up from his house and bring him back, so give him a ride to the stage and studio. We couldn't feed him, could not, because he would fall asleep.
Is he a gremlin?
Yeah, and we had to have a flow of pineapple juice for while he was on the show. So those were the three conditions to getting Ron Jeremy.
Because it makes your nut taste better, right?
That's true.
That's what that's about. He's always on the clock, dude.
Think of that.
He's always on the clock. Dude, what a fucking professional.
Right.
So, Mikey, what is some of your background? Like, how did you go out to, because I mean, like, obviously you're Riley's brother, you guys grew up in New England. How did you make it out to LA? Like, was it you were going out there to try to like get into acting, or in like that didn't work out, or like were you just a movie fan, or what brought you into the business?
I've always, it's never really been a question in my mind what I wanted to do growing up. From like when I was 4, I was like filming action figures on a little camera and trying to edit it together. Yeah. So it was a question to the rest of my family. Don't get me wrong. Like there's not one fucking creative person in our entire family. My dad's one of 11, and I think they're all doctors, lawyers. They're all freaking engineers of some sort. So me being like, I'm going to be a movie maker. Like my dad and everybody was like, well, have a backup plan.
Right.
Yeah. But you know what? You have a backup plan, then you're going to fall back to the backup plan. You know what I mean? Like if you have a plan B, you're going to use your plan B.
Yeah. So it was like, I don't need no fucking backup plan. I graduated high school, and a week later, I'm moving down to Orlando or Winter Park, Florida, to go to film school down there at Full Sail University.
Yeah, you went to Full Sail. I kicked that around for a minute. Mm-hmm. You remember that? Mm-hmm. It's so fucking crazy, Mikey, that you were an hour away from us, and I met you when you live on the other fucking coast.
Right.
Oh yeah, lived there for 4 years. Was there for a little while.
That's insanity.
But went to film school there. I went down being like, I'm gonna be a fucking director or editor. Like I'm gonna write, direct, and edit and then I realized like what went into all that, and like how the responsibility, and then you put out like 2 movies and they both suck, you're never gonna get a fucking job again. At least you could do it. You could get really lucky and do it like the Kevin Smith style, where your first fucking movie you've made for pennies blows the fuck up, and so like have a slowly decline after that where nothing ever makes money again. But you don't really want to bank on that. So I kind of gravitated more toward the world part and like set dressing and props and design. I would design some sets in my earlier like stages of the industry and build sets.
How long have you been
I built Freddy's bed. This is probably, I'd say year 12, 11 or I think 11.
Okay, so you're a seasoned vet at this point.
Yeah, I think I'm moving up on the experience roster. Like I was green and the new person before, but I think I've climbed my way through the ranks over the past years. I worked on enough Hallmark Christmas movies to never have to do that.
Isn't there like a rite of passage or something to get better jobs? Like
it is.
To get so many hours or something.
Oh, like in the union or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's everything that you see like on TV. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a union show. Anything in like at the movie theater, 100% almost. Those are all union shot films. So to work on a union film, you got to be union, and to get into the union, it's extremely difficult. You have to get like 30 days on a. I don't want to go through all like the super technical stuff because it's kind of, but it's hard. It's difficult.
Yeah. Right.
So like once you've been out here for 5 years, a lot of times like you'll be able to work on the show or get those days to be able to get union, and then your rate like quadruples. Like, and you get to work on stuff like Marvel movies and fucking Mandalorian or like these big Netflix shows, stuff that people like, stuff that you're passionate about.
Sure.
Where you walk on set and it's like 1940s, like downtown Los Angeles with all these old Model A's like driving around and shit. So it's like stuff you want to be doing, and you're getting paid for it.
What are some of the projects that you've been a part of? I mean, I know Glow. That's my history of Mikey starts with Glow. What have you done outside of that? Because you're kind of like freelance. Like you go from project to project, which there's something kind of like cool and like romantic about that, you know, where like it's just like you're kind of going with the flow. But you know, like me being a dad and being having a family, I'm like, fuck, man, that scares the shit out of me to know that a job would end and I don't know where my next check's coming.
Almost contracted, almost.
Yeah. He's like Mikey works for himself.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I'm an independent contractor. At first, it's kind of scary, especially when you have pennies and stuff like that, like to live. But I was sharing like a basement apartment, like in a 10 by 10 box with another guy, and it was like in a studio. So our bedroom and our living room were all the same thing. Like, and we're just paying $300 a month to live, and we were still like scraping by.
How did you meet your wife? Did she love you when you just had pennies?
So I met her on set.
Oh, okay.
We were both working on the same job pretty much. But
did you say did she love?
She
you
does the
when
same
you had
thing.
pennies?
Yeah.
Duchess wants to know: did she love you when you just had pennies?
Well, I guess she did because she did the same thing, so she knew how it was.
Yeah, she knew the life. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
We were in the same boat. Like I think we both had less than $500 in our bank account, and like, and that's why it's. We just bought a house, so we're feeling a little bit more comfortable now. And here's the thing with these union shows: we're both union. When we're both working for a 4-month-long gig like Glow, you're getting paid scale rate, which is really, really good. So as long as you can make it those 3 months, those 3 months will get you by for 5 months. Mm-hmm. You just gotta be smart. Like you can't come out and
I'm the worst with money.
I was gonna say when he said you gotta be smart, I immediately looked at her out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, yeah, we would be fucked. We would be broke in a day. Yes, because she's like. She spends money before we even have it. So she's like, she counts on shit coming down the line and then something snags and then she's like, but I already spent it. And then we're like, we do one of those.
Especially around this time of year.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, we would be fucked.
Ramen and hot dogs all week. The kids don't complain.
I envy it though, man. There's something, like I said, there's something kind of cool and romantic about that, like just flying by the seat of your pants shit and following your dream, if anything. I respect the fuck out of that. Like that's one thing that I always, you get stuck between, when you have a family, you got to do what you got to do, not what you want to do per se. You know what I mean? You got to provide for little fucking ungrateful people that don't really care if you're following your dream.
Yeah, that's why we haven't had them yet.
Yeah, better wait, dude, because you're doing cool shit like fucking watching car crashes when Fast and Furious 15 and shit, whatever you're fucking doing.
Yep, we're doing that and we're traveling, and that's the big thing is like we're trying to get all our travel out of the way. And
yeah, you guys do. You guys do. You go onto like fucking caves in Mexico and shit, and fucking donkey shows in Tijuana and whatnot. Yeah, you guys are fucking doing the thing up, man.
Yeah, it's fun. But
do you mainly?
Yeah, I love the job that I
do. Do you mainly work on TV, or do you do any movies, or is it just because like I think you mainly what I've seen you are TV shows.
Yeah, it's here. It's primarily TV shows, but it's a weird thing. All the work went to Georgia, so all the features were shooting in Georgia for a while. But this has been a weird year. This past year, I've been working mostly movies, which has never happened. I think like before that, I had only worked independent or Hallmark movies, and then like I worked on Fury too. So, but that was the only like notable movie that anybody had ever heard of that I worked on Spring Breakers when I lived in Florida, but I don't know if that's a notable movie. But until like this year has been 90% movies pretty much, and they're going to be big movies too.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything you can talk about?
Yeah, the trailer for what is it? Into the Wild just came out.
Into the Wild,
or is it called Into the Wild? Fuck, or
I love
Call of the Wild.
Oh, I was going to say I love that movie. Into the Wild
was a great movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
The soundtrack's even better.
Dude, yeah, fucking Eddie Vedder.
Bitch.
Hell yeah, dude. You ever see Into the Wild?
No, I did. Yes. It's good.
That's fantastic. I was like, damn,
awesome.
Wait, what? What is it? Call of the Wild?
Call of the Wild, which is a famous book, like it's Alaska. Anyways, it has Harrison Ford in it. It's going to come out in February.
All right, cool.
I like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, the trailer like just came out. Yeah, I would check. He's not Indiana Jones by any means anymore.
I know. He's been Indiana Jones. What? I punned you.
Yeah, aside from that, like you said, Fast and Furious. There's another one I worked on. I can't talk about that one just yet, but there's stuff coming.
Sweet.
Sometimes that's like cool, and sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, I want to know.
I'll tell you when we're not recording.
It's like working for the government.
I know, right?
Wait, he kind of does. It's union, right?
You're like fucking Epstein and shit. You got history, or you got the mysteries of the universe and shit, and you're about to get fucking suicided. You got information.
You don't say that.
You don't say that.
But you don't say that.
Yeah.
Mikey,
No.
we talked a little bit beforehand, and you were mentioning my Disney Plus throwback that I've been talking about.
Yeah.
And we tried to pick a movie for this week to talk about, and I said, like I talk a lot of shit on the show, and I was like, I want to make it a segment, but it was really just about the Rocketeer. And then Mikey was like, no, fuck that, let's watch something.
Mm-hmm.
And you named a couple of things, and I'm like, bro, I've never seen those one time, let alone to go back and see if they hold up, man. What were you trying to get me to watch?
Oh, dude. Well, Brink doesn't hold up, so you don't have to watch that because I tried to.
Brink?
What was it, Brink?
Yeah, Brink. It's like the rollerblading movie. We're so
bro.
Scared.
I've never seen it, and when you said Brink, I was like, that sounds like some '90s X Games shit.
It's lame because of that.
That's killer, dude.
I think of the money truck.
But that one, yeah, it doesn't hold up very well. The one you should watch is Johnny Tsunami, though.
Johnny
Sounds
Tsunami.
awesome.
When you said that, what did I think of? I thought of the Cartoon Network show. What is that, Johnny?
Oh, Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Not Johnny Bravo. It's about this surfer kid that like dad works a tech job and they have to transfer. Like he lives in Hawaii and his grandfather's a surf legend, and they get transferred to Vermont, and yeah. And the kid like is all pissed, and he like tries to take up snowboarding, and it's like there's like a whole war against the snowboarders and the skiers on the side of the mountains.
Dude,
yeah,
that's
better than you. I use both my legs.
That sounds wicked. I would love that, dude. Like that's totally like fucking like 1987 ski school and shit. Like John Cusack, Better
What's
Off
that
Dead.
Mountain movie that you like?
Aspen Extreme.
No, not that one.
Fuck you, dude.
The Peak one.
Peak.
It has Peak in it.
Peak?
Yeah, like the top of a mountain, asshole.
Dante's Inferno?
No. Point Break. It didn't have Peak in it.
It didn't have Peak in it at all, and that's a surfing movie, you dumb bastard.
Point Break is this is a ski movie. I have to look it up.
Aspen Extreme.
No, it's not it.
That's the only ski movie that's worth a fuck.
Okay, maybe it is that one then.
Or Ski School 1 and 2.
I've never seen those.
Those are good. They got titties in them and shit.
All movies back then had titties in them.
So for Disney Plus throwback this week, we agreed to watch Flight of the Navigator, and I remember digging it when I was a kid, and then when we put it on the other night, I was like, I don't remember any of this. This is like all new. Because this was one of those movies that, Mikey, and I mean, you're a little bit younger than me, so I might be dating myself, but like back in the day, they used to wheel the TV in school, and we'd watch movies some days when the teachers didn't feel like fucking with us, and this was one of those movie on the cart days.
What educational purpose does that have?
None.
It was teachers didn't feel like fucking with you, so it's like, here, watch a movie.
Yep.
Dude, I watched a ton of movies that way. I watched Willow that way.
Oh, we used to watch those after school specials too, like don't do drugs and don't get hit by cars.
Oh, they actually tried to give you a message. They pushed the TV and they were like, here, watch fucking Willow. Hey guys, watch fucking Flight of the Navigator.
No, that was a good movie. I give it 5 crowns. Out of 5.
Hey, Mikey, had you ever seen it before?
No, this was my first. You told me about it. I was like, I don't care. You threw out a movie, I'm gonna watch it. And like, I put it on while I was trying to work, and the minute it started, like my work was fucked. Like I just was like drilled right into that movie.
It's good, right?
It's so good,
dude. When the robot ships, like when the voice changed from like, I am talking to you, the Navigator, and like switched to like Pee Wee Herman, like that was the game changer.
Yeah, that was crazy.
She said, why does it sound like Pee Wee Herman? I was like, because it's fucking 1987 as fuck, dude. Pee Wee's Playhouse was a thing, dude.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
That was before he was jerking off in movie theaters and shit.
What was your favorite
It's a fucking porn movie theater. Let the man jerk off.
And it was in Tampa.
No, it wasn't, was it?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We have porn theater.
Get out of here, dude. You're just throwing out misinformation like that.
I'm going to Google it. Oh, I have my phone.
Here. Take my cellular device.
But I knew that Chris would like it because it was like alien.
Yeah, as soon as it started. Well, you know what? Let me tell you what. As soon as it started, there was a montage of fucking dogs jumping, catching frisbees, and it didn't make any sense. Yeah. It was like completely like out of context, and her and I are just like, mesmerized by these dogs, and we're like, they're jumping up, and I'm like, oh shit, look at that one. Oh fuck, look, he got some air. I'm like, dude, if this movie was nothing but dogs jumping and catching frisbees, I would be completely fucking fine with that right now. But then as it kicked off, and then like there's like lost time and like time travel and shit, she's like, this is right up your alley.
Yeah, there's people like, you have the fucking government experimenting on the kid and everything. Like the whole fucking time travel thing is crazy. I still don't fully understand it, but it was a good movie.
No, that movie came out in 1986, and even the effects back then with even just those
good.
stairs,
pretty fucking
like
good,
coming out liquid metal and shit, and then they maybe able to walk on them. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was like 5 years before Terminator 2.
Right.
How about the lead scientist at NASA was the dad from Alf? Did you catch that?
What was he in?
Alf.
What? Fuck, I am dating my... Dude,
you know Alf?
You are only 10 years younger than me. Do you not know Alf?
Oh, I've worked with Alf before he died.
The puppet?
Yeah. Yes.
The puppet died? What'd y'all do to him?
No, come on. The person that lives inside the puppet died.
There was the dude was 4 feet tall. No one was inside that. That was fucking...
The fucking puppeteer, Wutsky. the person that controlled Alf.
The guy with the hand up the butt.
The guy with the hand up the butt. He died. I worked with him, and like that's. I honestly, you are dating yourself because I didn't hear about him until I worked with him. But everybody was like, "Oh, it's Alf."
Dude, that was a Saturday morning cartoon. There was a fucking show. I had the goddamn
Nintendo,
doll.
I had the Nintendo video game.
Well,
and I couldn't get out of the basement.
Your parents should be fucking shot for buying you Alf. There's no reason that you should have
asked for it.
There's no reason that you should have that Alf game.
Why?
There's so many better options on Nintendo that you got Alf.
We didn't know.
Come on, man. Fucking
I like that movie.
Alf.
Or that show. I just could never get out of the basement. I kept getting hit by bats.
You know what Dutch said when we were watching it?
What?
When a young Sarah Jessica Parker wheels in the food tray, she goes, still got horse face.
And let's correct that real quick. She didn't wheel in the food tray. A robot wheeled
His name was
in
Ralph.
itself with the food on it, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. There was some sort of robot that brought it in, but she accompanied it for whatever reason.
And why was she trying to fuck him? He was like 8.
Yeah, she said that too. She was like, this bitch is 18 and she's trying to fuck this 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
She's helping get out of a top secret facility.
Still had horse face. So says the Duchess.
Sure enough.
Bow down to your master.
No, but it was a good flick, and we give it 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. Fine holiday fun.
I liked it.
Check it out.
It was great. Definitely worth watching, dude. And fucking the Pee Wee Herman ship, I'd just say again, is the best part about that whole fucking movie. Like, it goes from like a serious robot type thing straight to like fucking Pee Wee Herman in full force. Like, what is that?
Because he downloaded like human consciousness or something, and like it was like pop culture and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pop culture, so alien, so aliens will be known as Pee Wee Herman, pretty much.
And Dutch just did break in with me. She did fact check herself, and Pee Wee Herman was caught jerking off in a theater in Sarasota, Florida, which is not Tampa, but close enough.
It's close.
Close enough,
right?
I know something.
I work in Sarasota, so I mean, like, perspective.
You could have been jerking off next to him.
I could have been jerking off next to him. I mean, Paul Rubens, if you're looking to jerk off in Sarasota again, maybe I'll sit next to you.
He looks like an old white lady that does drag.
I believe it would be Sarasota.
It is dirty over there.
No, it's not.
Yeah, dude, they got all those biker gangs there, and they have the 420 cafe. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to fucking Munchies 420, dude. No, the Munchies 420 is a thing, dude. We've gone there. They got some good shit. If you're not doing Slimmer Circle, definitely check out Munchies 420 in Sarasota, and you can get a goddamn.
If you want a fucking giant ass sandwich with chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, French fries, fucking I don't know, doused in syrup, that's where to get that.
Dude, there's macaroni and cheese on that bitch too. Chicken fingers, macaroni and cheese, fucking mozzarella sticks, the whole nine, dude. Everything on a goddamn hoagie roll.
It's delicious.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, you said you worked on a lot of Hallmark movies. This time of year, do you watch Christmas movies, like, or is that like bringing your work home with you?
Did you do Holiday in Handcuffs?
I think that's a Jason Alme flick. We saw Holiday in Handcuffs, and I want to say that's a Jason Alme flick. You know, shout out to the Christmas shoes.
I go through a lot of holiday. Like I have to watch the Home Alones every year, so definitely knock those out. One of the greatest film in the world.
The first one.
The first one, yeah, for sure.
Second one's dope too. I mean, but the first one, yes.
I don't remember the second one.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but I heard it wasn't bad. I heard 3 was dog shit.
Well, 3 was a different kid.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read the thing behind, like, because I was curious. I was like, why wasn't he in the third one? Because his done
was
like
already on drugs.
No, it wasn't. Macaulay Culkin said. Macaulay Culkin said that he feels like there's nothing else he could have done with the character. He's done everything there is to do with.
He's just so creative.
Yeah, fucking. What do you mean to do with the character? Like he's a fucking method actor.
You put your hands on your face and go,
kid. Yeah, he's a fucking child.
Yeah,
fucking nothing else to do with the kid. We watched. Dutch said earlier we watched a new Christmas movie last night. It was Seth Rogen and Anthony Mackie and the one dude, and they were doing drugs and shit. And that was a different spin on Christmas. I'm gonna add that to my repertoire because that's not. I mean, obviously we'd never seen it before, but you know we got certain things that we watch. Our holiday tradition is with the kids is what the fuck is it called? Polar Express on Christmas Eve, and then we do all the fucking regular schmegular shit. You know,
PJs and snacks.
Well, Christmas Vacation, and Home Alone, and I'm a It's a Wonderful Life guy. Are you It's a Wonderful Life guy?
That's not my repertoire.
Damn. Nobody fucking is with me on that, dude.
Because nobody likes to cry during Christmas time.
Everybody does. Are you fucking serious?
They don't like to do it. I cry.
Dude, It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas Eve at
Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
Christmas Story 24 hours is on like TV, so that's like on like all the time throughout the whole day. We just leave that on. Yeah. But yeah, dude, late at night after the kids go to sleep and we have everything all set up, dude, I sit in my fucking chair in the dark with It's a Wonderful Life and I got a fucking 13% beer or something and I'm sitting there feeling all sauced up and I get misty-eyed and shit. Like that's my fucking routine.
Dude, that sounds depressing.
Yeah, doesn't it?
No, but it's happy. It's my fucking happy.
Bring out my beer. I turn off the lights and
I fucking
sit in the dark and cry in the corner.
No, I reflect on the fucking year and the year that is to come, Michael. All right, you made me hit you with the fucking full name and the Robert Moore tone. Okay, Michael. Okay, and I'm gonna have to fucking do that for you until you're out of the penalty box. All right.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, because that bitch in the movie that was Seth Rogen's wife was the bean bitch that was whose neighbor? Kenny Powers'
neighbor. Yeah,
that salty old fat white lady.
That movie started up, and she was like, "I'm gonna hate this bitch," and I was like, "Yeah," because it's fucking Kenny Powers' neighbor, and she's a fucking cunt in every movie she's ever in. And she was cool.
She was cool. She got him a box of drugs.
Yeah, she got him a box of drugs.
With your friends.
Yeah.
Is that the Office Party movie?
No,
but that's another fucking good call, Mikey. That's another one we gotta watch.
I thought that the one that we watched was Office Party, but then I realized that it wasn't the name Office Party, but it has like the same people.
Same vibe.
Yeah.
So, the Office Party has Jennifer Aniston.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh shit is right.
I like me some Jenny A.
Seth Rogen's in that, right?
Huh?
Yes. Seth Rogen's in
Yeah,
that
Seth
one.
Rogen.
He's in the Office Party too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll have to check that one out too.
Word.
Mikey, I want to talk movies with you, baby, because we talk movies a lot, and I have a movie professional in my midst, and I want to know what your thoughts on the rehashing the old movies and the reboots and things like that are. What are your feelings on that?
It depends on what we're talking about. There's some things that just need to stay in the past. I'm not a huge Marvel fan.
I know, and I hate you for it.
I'm a big original content guy. I need some original content. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so that's where like fall back into it. I'm not crazy about the new ones, but The Mandalorian has got me rethinking that whole thing.
It's good, right?
It's fucking incredible. It's so good.
And you know people that fucking worked on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on it.
You're trying to get on it, dude. That's awesome.
Pretty sure I was like called for it last week, but I was already booked on something when they didn't reveal they don't reveal that type of shit until like you say yes. So I'm pretty sure it was it, but I'll never know. It's just one of those things.
That's probably a good move on their part. Because like if they come up front with what they are, you know what I mean? Like if it's some low budget ass shit that you know they probably think you're not going to want to do or whatever, they're like, if we lead with that, they're going to say no. But if we say, hey, it's the Mandalorian, they're going to be like tripping over themselves to get on.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit crazy. So with the revivals of that like stuff, I mean, I'm kind of with it if it's done correctly. Jon Favreau can't really go wrong in anything he does. So it's depending on who you put it in their hands. But I mean, you don't get the originals anymore.
Well, the reason I ask is because have you seen the trailer for the new Ghostbusters movie that they dropped this week?
Afterlife?
Yeah,
I haven't. Freddie said he set to show that trailer on like to us at the podcast that we're doing this week. So I haven't watched it or anything, or I've heard good things.
Paul Rudd's in it. I'm sold.
Is it good?
Would I spoil your show if I play it for you right now?
Go for it. Play it.
Let me pull that shit up. I was impressed, and when I saw there was a new trailer coming out or a new Ghostbusters coming out, I was cautiously optimistic because it was created by the original guys, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, you know what? I mean, at least they got that going for them.
It's not the girls, right?
No. God, we could talk about that if you want.
I didn't even see that.
You did see that. You saw it with me.
Then it was really bad.
Because it had fucking Thor was the secretary.
Oh, yeah. And he was dumb as fuck.
Yes.
That was the best part about the whole movie. Let's be real.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke. And the only thing that's left in our name is this creepy old farmhouse our grandfather left us in the middle of nowhere. Why'd you bring me up here?
Stranger.
Entertainment value?
Stranger Things kid.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is that?
I
don't know.
Holy shit.
Somehow, a town that isn't anywhere near a tectonic plate, that has no fault lines, no fracking, no loud music even.
Oh, Paul Rudd's in it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker, that's all I need to know.
Under the dining table now! Hey, remember that one summer we died under a table?
I found this in my living room.
Whoa, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap?
A Geiger finder.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting.
It's like The Walking Dead. Your dad never mentioned this to you?
Oh, no way. Legit secret.
That's got to be Egon's kid.
God, my grandfather died. My mom says we're just here to pick through the rubble of his life.
Wait a minute.
Egon's grandson.
Like all the original pops, too.
Next summer.
Call it fate. Call it luck. Call it karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Come on, darling.
Ecto 1, baby!
Oh, fuck. No.
It has a gunner seat?
They just pretended like the girl would never happen.
I would too.
Now, that's got to be some relation to Ivan Reitman, I would imagine. It said it was written and directed by something Reitman. Jason Reitman. Mm-hmm. That's got to be, because Ivan Reitman did the first one, so that's got to be some relation, I would think. Reitman's not a common
Maybe it's
name.
his son.
It's got to be.
Dan Aykroyd, he have something to do with it?
I believe he did. When he was on Rogan, I think he was talking about he was working on something.
Have you seen that what was it, the movies we loved or something like that, the documentary that they have on Netflix now?
No, is that good? Is that worth it?
Incredible, dude. Like it hooks you in, but they have one episode that's actually Home Alone. They only have 4 episodes. They have Home Alone, I think Dirty Dancing, which I didn't care about for very much, but they have Home Alone, Ghostbusters, and Die Hard.
Okay.
They're like
Christmas
behind like stories of like of the real people who did it. So I guess Dan Aykroyd was the main idea behind Ghostbusters and everything that went into it. So I mean, I'll trust it if fucking Dan Aykroyd's behind it 100%.
It looks good. It doesn't look like a rehash, and that's what a lot of these movies are. And that's why, looping it back, that's what the original question, like, why do we keep retreading this old shit? Like, is it because we're running out of, like, original ideas and, like, original IPs, or is it just because, like, people our age, or I say my age, that are getting up into the positions that they can create shit in Hollywood now, are bringing back to the shit that they grew up on, because that's what they like.
It's a little bit of both, but here's the grand picture of it. It's the fucking dollars, because what they made the first Fast and Furious, and it only made it doubled its money. The third one quadrupled its money, and so on. Well, the latest one they just came out with made a fucking $1 billion. I haven't seen any of the past 6 Fast Furious movies. Have you?
No,
I saw the first one. I saw the first 2. I like the first 2. And because then the third one was Tokyo Drift, and that was the kid from Friday Night Lights, and I was like, And I tried to go back and watch it on Netflix recently, and I was like, I just don't like this. Like, this is not the vibe, We
don't, but people do. People eat $1 billion. That's so much money for a fucking movie. So it's safe. And that's the problem with it, is like people like stuff that they know. They don't like trying out new movies or new shows. So if they already go in that they're familiar with it, they know they have something to be interested in or something to say about it if it's bad,
Well, my favorite movie of all time is
Jaws.
And if they made 8 of those, I don't think I'd watch all 8.
Yes,
and I love Jaws.
You fucking would. You watched 8 Sharknadoes. You would watch fucking Jaws 8. Yes, you would. You made me watch fucking Sharknado when the bitch Tara Reid busted up fucking dickface, rolled up on a goddamn dinosaur, traveling through time to stop a fucking Sharknado. Yes, you did.
I never saw it because...
You did too. You made me watch it.
Quit getting ugly at me. I didn't make you watch it because you said you were going to reset the router or something, and then we weren't able to watch it.
I did. I remember watching it.
We saw the dinosaur part, and that was it.
Is that true?
Jaws?
Yes.
Jaws' favorite movie?
Jaws is her favorite movie, yes.
Did you see Jaws 2, 3, or 4?
I saw all of them.
You did?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, sometimes they'd play them all in a row on AMC. Sometimes they'll play all 4 of them in a row. And I'll watch it, especially during Shark Week, because Shark Week is every August for a week, so they'll play the movies. I like sharks.
She does, too.
I like the ocean.
I want to say we were only together for maybe a year tops, and I think I got you the Jaws double VHS for something.
We might still have it.
No, we don't. No, we don't have any VHS.
You know what, though? I tried to read the book, the Jaws book, and let me tell you, there's a lot of sex in that book. They're talking about glistening vaginas. Like, it's crazy. They don't show none of that in the movie.
Is that how the shark gets attracted?
No, there's somebody having sex in a car, and it was like, and then he saw her glistening vagina, and I was like, whoa, I'm like 10.
Didn't Stephen King write that?
I don't know who wrote it.
Who wrote Jaws?
I don't think that's Stephen King. No,
that's not
it's not. Definitely not. I don't know who the writer is. It is a famous writer. I should know that.
You shouldn't know that. Nobody should know that. Fuck, come on, Mikey.
But you know that Jason Reitman guy, he did Juno. I liked that.
I liked that too. That was Michael Cera and the pregnant chick, right?
Yeah.
You got pregnant from him, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember her name though.
Peter Benchley wrote Jaws.
Yeah, that's not Stephen King. Mikey, what's your favorite movie? That's a big question for a guy in the movie industry, but what's your favorite movie?
Wrist Cutters, A Love Story.
Wrist Cutters, A Love Story. Is that some fucking indie shit that I would have never known about?
It was written in 2006.
It has Tom Waits in it.
Tom Waits, like the musician?
No, the actor, I think his name's Tom Waits. I'm gonna have to look it up to get back. There's a few famous people in it, to sum it up a little bit though. It was mainstream for a little bit. It's independent though, but it's about where it's like a fictional world where people go and only people go there, people commit suicide. So it's a little bit dark, but it's super interesting.
That Will Arnett was the Messiah. That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Where could I find this?
On Vudu or YouTube for $1.
For $1?
Oh, this is watch now free on Tubi.
What is Tubi?
It's Content free.
We'll figure out what that is, young Jamie, because you're on par with the fucking Google tonight. So figure out what
it's an American
is.
Black comedy road movie written and directed by Gordon Dudek.
Fucking shout out to Dudek and them.
Dudek and them.
Yeah, it's too complicated to explain. Like, read the description online or just like get into it. It's like such a good, good little like fictional world that where all the people there are people who committed suicide. So they're like running into like suicide bombers or people who just couldn't take it anymore, but they won't kill themselves again because they don't want to go to like a darker place than that. Like, people are
it says boy meets girl, boy gets separated from girl, boy goes on a road trip with friends to find girl and gains a new perspective on life, except everybody's dead.
That's a pretty good description, actually.
It got 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty good.
I want to watch it now. I want to fucking watch it now.
We'll figure it out.
Seriously.
By the way, in the movie that we were talking about earlier with the office party, it wasn't Seth Rogen, it was TJ Miller, which is probably like his retarded half brother.
That's the bootleg.
Right.
Yes, that's the bootleg Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
TJ fucking Miller.
Yeah.
Mikey, do you ever know how some people are the other person? Do you know what I mean by that? Like TJ Miller is Seth Rogen.
Yeah, TJ Miller's like the Me Too version of Seth Rogen.
What are I used to experience that a lot, and I don't experience it anymore.
Shia LaBeouf, and what was the other dude that I thought was him?
Yeah, from the fucking thing, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah,
they're the same fucking person.
They are the same.
Who the fuck? I used to get that a lot. I want to say Channing Tatum was something.
No.
Channing Tatum and somebody were something.
People used to tell you look like John C. Reilly.
People used to tell me I look like John C. Reilly. Fuck those people. I don't look like John C. Reilly.
No.
Fucking haters. You don't say that.
That's funny.
Any fucking way. Mikey, it was a pleasure to have you tonight. We could talk about movies all night, and we'll do it again, but it's after midnight, and I'm fucking tired, and I'm feeling a little drunk, so we're going to wrap this up.
All right, dude. This is a pleasure coming on here.
I thank you for sitting with us.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, where can the people find you?
The people.
I'm on Instagram at Mikey Props, MYKIE Props, but you should just go to the Inner Circle website and check out my show, Failing Hollwood. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, also at Failing Hollwood. We're on Twitter too. It's Failing Hollywoo. You guys know why?
Because the D wouldn't fit.
Oh, shit.
That's correct.
He said, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
Oh, so is your name Mikey or is it Michael?
Michael, but I go by Mikey.
I know what you're fucking thinking.
The way he spells it?
Yes, I already know what you're fucking thinking because you're thinking Weezer, and I've already talked to him about that.
Okay, just asking.
It's with a Y. Yes, it's Michael and Carly. I fucking already have addressed that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. This has been another episode of the Hashtag No Offense Show. If you're a new listener, thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you come back. Subscribe on your favorite platform. We're available everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts. I think Mikey already alluded to it, but we're both on Kyrie. That's KYRIE.FM.
Yep.
Get on there, talk about the episode. I like seeing the comments.
They're cool.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun to see what people think about it.
I'm glad I made doing a holiday dinner easy. I made it sound easy.
Made it sound easy. You can even listen right there on the website, and you can put a timestamp from when you're listening into your comment. So where it says, hey, at 38 minutes, Duchess said this, and it was hilarious. Oh, my God. She's the best.
Every minute.
She's the unsung hero of the Hashtag No Offense Show.
Oh, shut it.
Check us out on the Inner Circle Podcast Network. We are both members of. We're at Inner Circle PN on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. InnerCirclePN.com. Bringing you podcasts like Simmons and More, Shit Happens When You Party Naked, The Hood Diner, The Plunge, any podcast. Mikey is representing Failing Hollwood, as well as Inner Circle original programming. Slimmer Circle Season 2 on the horizon. Inner Circle Sports. We'll be back in 2020. Throwing Smoke with Joe B. and Randall Fowler from Married as Fuck, and the flagship show that started it all, Comedy is Dead. We just recorded Full Circle as well. Check that shit out. It was hilarious if you like Riley. If you don't, I apologize in advance.
Yeah.
You can reach us on social media at HTNOS everywhere, on the web at htnos.com, or email us at htnos@yahoo.com. Give us a call on the hashtag hotline. Leave us a voicemail, 813-773-5706. I'm the real Wutsky.
That's Wutsky.
And we are Hashtag No Offense. Mikey, thanks again, brother. I appreciate you.
Yep. Peace out.